many of us, our fondest gaming memories come from time spent down at our local arcades, pumping our allowance money into countless side-scrolling brawlers. Sadly, apart from a few notable exceptions, this genre has mostly fallen into obscurity lately. With that in mind, CG will be counting down our top 10 favorite 2D beat-em-ups of all time. Let's get things underway. Coming in at number 10, we have Sega's classic Altered Beast. This shape-shifting brawler made its arcade debut way back in 1988. The Genesis port, released the following year, ended up being one of the console's flagship titles in the early years and undoubtedly helped move a few systems. Altered Beast hasn't held up too well over the years, but it was an important game in its time, and there's still a lot of fun to be had with this one. Check it out on Nintendo's Virtual Console sometime. At number 9, we have Techno's Double Dragon. In 1987, these types of games were almost unheard of. In that sense, Double Dragon was largely responsible for popularizing the genre. By today's standards, the game mostly just plays it safe, but a lot of gameplay ideas here were completely unheard of at the time. Double Dragon was eventually ported to just about every system in existence, but it never strayed too far from its arcade roots. Our 8th favorite beat-em-up is Capcom's 1994 arcade hit Aliens vs. Predator. Certainly one of the most graphically pleasing titles on our list, this game does a lot more than just look pretty. AVP increased the number of playable characters from the usual 2 up to 4 and added in special projectile attacks for each one. Unfortunately, this one never saw a proper console release, but hey, that's the beauty of MAME, isn't it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 takes the number 7 spot on our list. Very few pleasures in life can match the enjoyment we got as kids from popping in Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap and playing a few rounds of the TMNT NES port with a buddy. This game didn't take any risk either, but when it does very well. This is surprising in a way, since Konami could have released any old piece of crap with TMNT on the cover and sold millions. TMNT fever is just that hot. Sega's Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder is number 6. This game marked the return of longtime Golden Axe protagonist Julius Thunderhead. He was the little guy with the big axe from the original Golden Axe. This title is unique in the series in that it's the first Golden Axe game to run on 32-bit hardware, and it also happens to be the first to never see a console port. Sad news really, as it's certainly the best Golden Axe game, marking a long-awaited return to form from the once great series. Holding down the number 5 position, we have The Simpsons arcade game. This may be the only decent game in a long line of utterly forgettable Simpsons games, but it almost single-handedly makes up for all that other crap we put up with. The premise is simple: take control of Homer, Marge, Bart, or Lisa, and kick the crap out of anyone who gets in your way. The Simpsons was one of the early beat-em-ups, and it added a lot of unique gameplay ideas, like special co-op attacks that can only be performed by 2 or more characters at once. This one came out around 15 years ago, but you can still find it at most arcades. Capcom makes our list again with Final Fight at number 4. Just about every beat-em-up cliche was started by this very game all the way back in 1989, establishing Capcom as the developer to beat when it came to these types of games. The premise is almost exactly the same as the original Double Dragon, but Final Fight took the game to exciting new places when it came to graphics, gameplay, and generic enemies with stupid names. At number 3, we have The Uncanny X-Men. We've seen countless X-Men games released over the years, some good, some not so good, but none have come close to the original X-Men arcade game in terms of sheer fun and replayability. The concept is simple. You and up to 5 of your friends each pick a member of the X-Men and proceed to pummel the crap out of an endless supply of baddies. The execution, on the other hand, is almost flawless. Graphically, this game was stunning for its time, and new gameplay additions such as the use of mutant special powers added depth to a genre that was in danger of becoming very repetitive very quickly. Coming in at number 2, we have SNK's feudal Japan brawler Sengoku. This game went largely unnoticed by Western audiences when it came out in 1991, which was a shame because it's almost the best the beat-em-up genre has to offer. From its colorful graphics to its unique character design to unique gameplay additions such as the ability to morph and a very basic level-up system, Sengoku just bleeds quality. You can still grab this one as part of SNK's greatest hits collection for PS2 and PSP. We suggest you do it now. And the number 1 position on CG's Top 10 Beat-em-Ups countdown goes to Dungeons & Dragons: Shadow over Mystara. This D&D based brawler combined all the classic brawling action fans crave from a beat-em-up game and added in a leveling system, limited inventory usage, a cohesive narrative, and even special movesets for each character. Perhaps these weren't all completely new to the genre, but none of it had been executed so well in the past. Top it all off with some stellar presentation, and you've got not only one of the best beat-em-ups out there, but one of the best overall arcade games ever. The sad thing is, you'll probably never get to play it unless you have an old Sega Saturn kicking around. We're still hoping, given Capcom's recent outpouring of support for services like Xbox Live and PSN, that this game may yet see a re-release and finally get the credit it deserves.